Reddit, what's the funniest thing that a random stranger said to you that made you die laughing inside? I was in the drive-thru of a Wendy's one time. An employee exited the building with his headphones on and was singing "Who Let the Dogs Out" at the top of his lungs. He saw me, stopped singing and started walking away. A few seconds later he comes up to my window and said, "Yes, that is what I'm listening to." Then he walked away. I laughed so hard at the whole situation. Okay, the laughter was not entirely inside, but years ago on the subway in New York, a crazy dude walks on the train and screams at everyone, "You're all going to hell," and then steps off as the doors close. Total silence as the weirdness of the moment settles in. Then, without missing a beat, guy across from me goes, "Shit, I thought this train was going to Harlem." Entire subway car of cynical New Yorkers bursts out laughing. I was helping a customer pick out a new bra and she said she wanted her breasts to be lifted. She said, "My boobs are so saggy that if my nipples were eyeballs, I'd be able to see if my shoes were untied." I really tried my best to remain professional but I couldn't stop laughing lol. Movie just ended. Me and my dad joined the mad rush to the bathrooms. Urinals are packed. It's our turn, we doing our business. Suddenly someone rips a huge fart. Lol, it's pretty funny but we all have manners still peeing. Suddenly this dude proclaims, "It was me," and runs out the door. Whole bathroom erupts in laughter. I was at the FW airport a few months ago. Bathroom is full of people, so there's like 15 dudes in this giant bathroom waiting for a urinal. Guy at one of the urinals in a super nice suit rips a pretty gnarly one, but it sounded like he might have needed a change of underwear. You could cut the tension with a knife. Dude looks over his shoulder slightly and says, "Fucking relax, I'm a professional." Everyone had a good laugh over that one. I must have been about 10 or 11. I sat down on a bench next to an old guy to sort my shoe out. I took my shoe off and he just turns to me and says, "Are they golfing socks?" I look at him with a completely blank look on my face thinking WTF. As I looked away he just said, "There's a hole in one." A few months ago I was waiting at a road crossing with loads of other strangers, waiting for the man to turn green. This was a busy main road in my city. A little girl on the other side of the road did the most accurate impression of the beep beep that the crossing makes so blind people know it's safe to cross, and the entire crowd of people just stepped into the road. I had seen her do it, so I stayed put, but I couldn't stop laughing. My girlfriend was confused. 50 adults pranked by one absolute genius 6-ish-year-old. It was magical. May of 2000. Passing through Norwood, Louisiana with a friend. At around 2 in the afternoon we stopped to gas up, grab some snacks at the most podunk gas station known to man. A young man, extremely agitated, comes in with frustrated gestures and angrily shouts gestures at the cashier with an accent that is beyond region, beyond stereotyping, beyond anything I have heard before. "Where da goddamned Wally Millions at?" At the top of lungs, approaching hysteria and tears. This reminds me of the time I asked for directions in South Georgia and it went like this. Go down there and take a left. Us. A hug. Then go past the gas station. Us. Okay. Then yawn. Us. Yawn. Yeah. Then yawn. Took us forever to realize she was saying then you're on your own. I work in retail, and I'm not sure why, but this had me dying for a while. I still laugh when I think about it. Me, "How you doing today, sir?" Customer, "Yep," and he went on his way. The college I attend frequently has local elementary and middle school kids on tours, especially on Fridays. One particular Friday I was in line for the cafeteria when a group of kids came walking by with a tour guide. One kinda chubby little dude looked a bit uncomfortable. He was biting his lip a little and sweating. This part of the tour is usually when they have a bathroom break, and clearly Buddy needed to go. At this point I should note that the bathrooms are visible from where we're standing. But the tour guide, a fellow student of mine, didn't seem to notice. She just kept going on and on, talking about the history of the building. I watched this kid go from nervous, to deeply anxious, to visibly clenching over a span of about 3 minutes. He's staring at the stick figure dude on the men's bathroom sign as if it was the risen Christ. Ms. Tour Guide takes a break in her spiel. I figure she's done. The next words out of her mouth will be ones to free this boy from the purgatory that is having to use the bathroom on a school trip. It'll be over. He'll be free. What followed instead was this. So in 1995, a professor named ABC Kalamazoo moved lady. I'm gonna shit my ass. He ran past her to the bathroom and presumably destroyed it. Poor guy. Had the entire line in tears with laughter though. Edit. I'm not from Kalamazoo, and Professor Albert Bach Cornelius Kalamazoo isn't real. Sorry to crush y'all's dreams. But he does live, through all of our hearts. An old man on the street with a big jack-o'-lantern grin on his face and 2 chihuahuas under each arm loudly proclaiming to no one in particular, I used to carry grenades. Now I carry dogs. Something I overheard as 2 kids walked past our caravan park site. A rumbling boom of distant thunder. Kid 1. I like thunder. It sounds like a 200-year-old dog who's retired and helps old people who are blind to get around. Kid 2. Silence. Kid 1. You know? Kid 2. But why is it retired? Kid 1. Because it's old. Kid 2. But it's still helping blind people. Kid 1. Silence. I was a lifeguard at a school once and overheard this exchange between 2 8-year-old girls. Kid 1. What if your birthday was on the same day as your wedding day? Kid 2. Dramatic gasp. Double cake. Just the other day checking out at the Cracker Barrel, the older gentleman ringing my wife up accidentally said, with all confidence, have a thank you. When I worked retail, I often told people, from a misheard Tom Waits lyric, our receipt is our gift to you. When my boyfriend checked out at a CVS and the long receipt printed, the cashier handed it to him and said, your scroll sir. I once was canoeing with my fiance for the first time and we were having a bit of trouble at first getting a rhythm going, so we were along the edge of the water hitting the canal. This random couple was walking along the wall and said to his wife while pointing at us, canoeing, the true test of love. My fiance and I bursted into laughter for 20 minutes and then finally got our rhythm together. I was at a 50th wedding anniversary party and there were lots of elderly people in attendance. An old man was standing next to me and said it looks like a fucking graveyard in here. I literally spit my beer out. We were outdoors. The kicker was the guy was close to the same age as everyone else. I was at a salon with my grandma and there were mirrors all around at different angles. She turned around, looked confused, and just said, oh shit, that's me. Turns out she saw herself from the back in one of the mirrors and thought there was an old lady behind her. I was doing tech support over the phone for an internet company at a call center. I got a call from an elderly woman because her internet stopped working. After checking remotely that the modem was working and that there was no issues in her area, I was scheduling a visit from one of our technicians when she suddenly says, oh, I know what happened. The cat was playing around the router yesterday? Right? You think it took a cable or something? No, he probably took away the Wi-Fi. You mean like he moved the router? No, he probably took the airwaves of the Wi-Fi. You know how cats see things we can't. He surely saw the Wi-Fi signal, grabbed it and took it away. It took all my willpower to not laugh in her face and finish the call. Years ago when queuing up for movie tickets with my family, the attendant asked the ages of our 4 kids to see if they could all get children price tickets. I announced their ages, 7, 9, 11 and 13. Without missing a beat, the stranger behind us declared, that's an odd group. They'll even out next year. In high school we were walking down the hall to the buses and I heard 2 girls in a conversation that cracked me up and confused me. Girl 1. Yeah, I'm going to random guy's house tonight. Something to the effect of looking forward to it. Girl 2. Well, make sure you bring protection. Already kinda weird as they're just talking in the hall. Girl 1. What? No, I'm not gonna be doing anything like that. Girl 2. No, I meant like a knife or something. I've been laughing about that for a while now. Little girl to me after I explain my service dog helps me when I'm sick. Oh, so he's your dog tour. Me. Trying to keep a straight face. Yes, exactly. She's going to be a great dad one day. I worked at a Japan pop culture anime convention thing. Had to go up to the photography office that has a balcony overlooking the main hall. There were rings upon rings of people chanting something around a guy holding up a giant Toblerone. Cosplay Toblerone. Not real. Like 4 feet long. Couldn't understand it, but there were more people joining every second. Eventually the song ended and everyone just walked off like nothing had happened. I've never been more confused or entertained in my life. I was at a gas station filling my truck with gas and overheard a guy yelling at his dog to move over in the car so his wife could get in. It went like this: man to dog, come on get in the middle so mommy can get in. Dog starts yipping back at him as if she's arguing. Man to dog, quit arguing me, I told you to get in the middle, you don't always get your way. Dog again yipping back at him. Man to dog, if I have to tell you again you're not getting your jerky. Holds up a stick of beef jerky. Dog yipping while reluctantly moving to the middle. Man to dog, okay promise no more arguing me, and you'll be a good girl. Dog yipping again. Man to dog, okay seal it with a kiss. Dog gives man kiss. Shit had me dying.